Hello everyone, this is Greg, your Cheese League Commissioner, here at Geek Cheese. Welcome to another video as we're going to go through our Winter League Challenge teams. Today we're going to be looking at the Mozzarella Maneaters, of course sponsored by Mozzarella. Thank you so much to Big Cheese for sponsoring all of our teams in the Winter League. We're going to go through the logo, take a look at the uniform, go through the default lineup, and go through the roster for the Mozzarella Maneaters. So why don't we get right into it? Of course, Maneaters, their primary logo is a leopard. So in the big cat family, we're going to be the home park is the Tiger Den. I wanted to create a team with the Maneaters that had that Japanese baseball, Korean baseball kind of feel, and that is what I went for with the logo. That is what I went for with the uniform design and everything. And I just really enjoy the Maneaters. I really enjoy the way they came together. Really like this primary logo. Really like the M&M on the baseball. I feel like that is classic baseball. I really like the leopard there, the gold and the red and the gray. I'm a huge fan of that color scheme with these Maneaters here. Love that. It's almost like Detroit Tigers, right? It's almost like Detroit Tigers of yesteryear. I really like that. Enjoy that quite a bit. And then we got the M&M, of course, Mozzarella prominently displayed there. But we have the M&M here on the home jersey with the leopard in front. Definitely gives me like that Detroit Tigers feel. Remember that old Tigers logo? Had the tiger, it was like almost had like this cartoony look, like its eyes were really big. It was weird back in the day. But anyway, that is a look at the team's logo and uniform. So if you're going to judge a book by its cover and just root for the team based on that, yeah, why not? I think I really like the way the jersey and everything looks. So let's get into the default lineup. And of course, we play with the DH here in Cheese League and even in the Winter League. And the one thing you're going to notice about this team is that I would say they're a lot more evenly balanced than some of the other teams that we've looked at. Definitely more balanced than like the Boomerangs, more balanced than probably the Aeroplanes, and just definitely more balanced than some of those other teams. Where they do have a strong suit is their bullpen, and we'll get to that. This is a bullpen beast type of team. So right up front, we're going to look at Travis Valencia. He is your DH, the B+ rated DH, a little bit higher on power and above average, I would say, on contact. Not so much in speed, fielding, or arm, but he's your DH. Primary position is actually left field, but can play first base and anywhere in the outfield too. So that is Valencia right up front. We have Aria Bell. I just noticed something that is going to be fun for you guys. Aria Bell is definitely higher in the power and contact meter, so an A-rated player here. Very speedy, exceptional fielding, and a very good arm as well, above average arm. That's exactly what you want to see out of your starting center fielder. So Aria Bell should be quite the player here for these Mozzarella Maneaters. Definitely one of the speedier, maybe the speediest center fielder that we've seen so far. Andrew Kerr is a little bit higher in power, maybe above average on contact, above average, of course, on speed. Playing out of position, so shortstop, starting shortstop, that is not his primary position, but nonetheless, fielding, it's a little sketchy there, but has a very good arm. So even if he bobbles the ball or something like that, very good arm there out of the shortstop position. So that's your top third of the lineup. Let's look at your cleanup hitter. We got Buddy Greenman, A+ rated cleanup hitter here, and traditional cleanup hitter here for the Maneaters. Above average, well, not even above average, just exceptional on the power meter for sure. Exceptional on the contact meter, well above average on speed. Fielding and arm is ridiculous. Power versus righties activated, and RBI dud unfortunately activated, but that is your starting second baseman. This is probably the best second baseman that we have here in the whole entire Winter League. So that's something, if you're a fan of second baseman, definitely want to be a Buddy Greenman fan, and maybe even a Mozzarella Maneaters fan. Andre Wallace is your B+ rated right fielder. Of course, playing in position, can also play everywhere in the outfield. Very good, above average power, contact, pretty evenly split on those two. Average on speed and fielding, but an exceptional arm there as one of your corner outfielders. Also, contact versus lefties is activated, so that's really, really good. So Andre Wallace is somebody who's going to be a really good outfielder for you. Maybe lots of plays at the plate. Somebody trying to sneak first to third. Wallace definitely be able to throw them out. So that's great to have as a corner outfielder. And let's take a look at his counterpart. On the other side, Kenneth Connor, not as big on power, mid-range on contact, let's say, maybe above average, exceptional on speed. That's great. So we're going to have, these guys in the middle of the order here, very good on contact and speed and power. So lots of opportunities here for them to make some things happen on the base paths. Pretty above average on arm, and then pretty average on fielding. Likes those low pitches, though. For the bottom third of the order, we have Quentin Jock, your B-rated third baseman here. Above average on power, average on contact, above average on speed. This is a traditional B-rated player here in, I would say, in Super Mega Baseball 3, but also certainly in the Winter League and in Cheese League Baseball. Typical B-rated player. Good utility player, too, so utility activated there for Jock. Griffith is your first baseman. Very traditional, well, not a traditional first baseman, I shouldn't say that. Big on contact, big on speed. It's actually not his primary position, secondary position here for Griffith. So speedy guy. We've seen this a lot here in the Winter League, is that the speedy players are definitely at the bottom part of the order. So that's really interesting, and I like the structure of that lineup because it gives you opportunities later in the game to maybe get people on base, maybe score some runs. So that's pretty good. Pretty good arm though for a first baseman. Here's a treat for you Cheese League baseball fans out there. We have the brother of the Marauders Tater Pepperonis, Spud. Spud Pepperonis making his debut. Said that he might be coming up with the within the Cheese League, and this is definitely a feeder system. Winter League is definitely a feeder system for players to enter the Cheese League, and we have Spud Pepperonis. He is a catcher, so B- rated catcher actually. Pretty good on contact, not so much on power, not so much on speed, but B- in terms of his ability behind the plate. Very good fielding catcher, pretty good arm, something you might not want to run on, and contact versus righties is activated. So this will be a great look at Spud Pepperoni. So if you're a Marauders fan out there, you might also want to be a Mozzarella Maneaters fan. And we see Smile, Harrington, South, and Did on the bench here for the Maneaters. And let's take a look at the rest of the roster. And like I said, it's a pretty even roster. Go up and down. Some exceptions with speed, some exceptions here with power, with Greenman, of course. But, not a lot of big bats in the lineup. Pretty even on the contact side of things. So very, very even. And, even off the bench here with Harrington, with Smile, with South, some big power bats, but they don't make up for it in contact or speed. So just overall, actually, it's interesting. They have very few outfielders off the bench, which is quite interesting. But just overall, I would say this is not going to be a big power hitting team. This is not going to be. I could be wrong. It could be proven wrong. It's not going to be a big power hitting team. Not going to be a big speed team. Maybe not even a big contact hitting team. What they're going to look for is within their rotation and especially within their bullpen. Let's take a look at their rotation first. Grover Growler right up front. That is your ace, B-rated starter. four-seamer, two-seamer, curveball, changeup. Very, very good on the velocity numbers. Not so much on junker. Accuracy, well, accuracy is pretty acceptable. Adeline Alvarez, a B-, your second starter out of the rotation, four-seamer, and then a bunch of junk that you're throwing out there. She's a pretty B- rated pitcher too. If you look at 67, 63, 40 respectively, and then velocity, junk, accuracy meters. Interesting, 2 lefties right off the bat, right out of the rotation. That's pretty cool. Like those southpaws for sure. Bernays, B- as your third starter. A little bit higher on the velocity meter. Of course, you got that four-seamer and two-seamer for Bernays. And then the Windswept Shepherd is a fantastic name, first off. Just throws a lot of junk out there. We see curveball, slider, changeup, forkball, so big on junk. Not so much on accuracy, so maybe some balls, maybe a lot more walks out of that number 4 spot in the rotation. But this is where the Maneaters make up for it. They make up for it in their bullpen. Bullpen, you got Nicholas Grant and Keith Dude, A+ and A- rated players, pitchers respectively. Look at the meters here for Nicholas Grant. 68 on velocity. You know, that's actually pretty low for a guy who throws four-seamer and two-seamer. But 92, 96 on junk and accuracy. We even look at Dude, 73, 91, higher again on junk and accuracy. So very, very, very solid arms and righties out of this bullpen. Something that Maneaters fans should be very, very happy about. Again, it's not going to be a big hitting team. Not going to be, looking for that long ball. They're going to be looking for their starters to get them through the game and for the bullpen to kind of finish it up for them. That's why I have Dixon, B-rated starter. That's your southpaw out of the bullpen. And then they don't have a traditional closer. Reef Keller might actually be or B- rated pitcher there. Might actually be your closer. He does have K-Man activated. So I think that's really what the Maneaters are going to be doing. They're going to be looking to get people on base, make things happen on base, maybe some stolen bases, playing some small ball, just base hits, manufactured runs. Your starters keep you in the game, get to that bullpen, and then the bullpen finishes off, seals the deal. Honestly, almost like the Tampa Bay Rays, really, when you think about it. Not as many big heavy hitters on the Rays, I guess. With all year long and this past season, 2020, really relied on their bullpen to really seal the deal for them, and they had an exceptional bullpen. So that's pretty much what I'm expecting out of the Mozzarella Maneaters. Let's take a look at the cards. Got all of our cards here of our players. You can take a look. Of course, there is Spud Pepperonis here. Spud does look like he's wearing some glasses. It's a kind of a hipster look to him, which is only a couple of years younger than his brother. Blocking, of course, Reef Killer and a little bit of Dixon down here. Apologize for that, but that is your Mozzarella Maneaters. Let's get back to the visual side of things. So, think about it. Mozzarella Maneaters, again, maybe not your heaviest hitting team, manufacturing some runs, getting to that bullpen, and then those bullpen beasts are really, really going to take care of business in the back end. Teams that rely too much on the long ball, it might not work out for them. If you got a solid bullpen that can really close it off for you, that might be the deal maker, I guess, in the end. Tiger Den is also it's a hitter-friendly ballpark, I would say. They kind of have, maybe it's not a hitter-friendly ballpark, but actually might be a pitcher's park. They have the high walls in right and left fields with the bullpens there, so I'll have to see how all of this plays out. But nonetheless, that is your look at the Mozzarella Maneaters. I believe we only have one more team to go here in the Winter League. Thanks so much for watching this video. If you did like this video, please do give it a thumbs up and be sure to watch all of our Winter League team recaps and team introductions, I guess, here on YouTube. And be sure to look at all the other Cheese League videos that we have here on YouTube. The whole darn season 2020 is available. Check it out. Why not? Follow us on Twitter at geek_cheese. That's where you're going to get all of your Cheese League, all of your Geek Cheese, all of your Winter League news. And check out our second channel at twitch.tv/geekcheese. That's where we do other fun stuff. All right, folks, that's it for me. See you next time. Take care. Bye.